What's the greatest moment?
I mean, what started everything, you should
Don't
know.
say that. don't say the shot against Georgia.
That was the greatest moment because I think that took me from if I had any doubts about playing on college level or playing with the big guys, that shot gave me the confidence that I belonged where I was, and that it was, if you put your mind to doing whatever you want to do, good things can happen, so before anything else happened with Michael Jordan outside of that game and against you guys, that shot gave me the idea that I could be better than what people think, and I can, surpass any expectations that I may have for myself.
Let me turn it. When you look back at your career, particularly in the NBA, when you started off in the NBA, you did a lot of exceptional things yourself individually.
Right.
And then later on, 96, 98, you guys start really winning championships.
Right.
Evaluate the difference in the two.
Well, I even go back further. I mean, you come out of college, you got a lot of gifted talent and some knowledge from your coach, and when you get to the pros, you have to blend that knowledge as well as your individual talent. And you don't know where you stand. I came into the league thinking I was the last on the totem pole. That was my thinking. I didn't come in thinking I was on top. So I had to work my way past all my teammates, and they're all guys within the league, to prove and establish myself as a basketball player. So, I was gifted, I was talented, I knew how to play the game. I didn't know how to play the game on the professional level. I had to learn that. And it took some years of learning, watching Magic Johnson, watching Larry Bird, to see how they can play, impact games when they're not scoring. Or, they score 4 points, they still make the big plays down the stretch. These are things that you learn in the process of maturing in this league, and as I watched, I began to adapt. And I became more complete. I wasn't one-dimensional. The one thing I never wanted to be was one-dimensional. Everyone saw me as just a scorer, one-on-one player, but I knew I was better than that. I came from a great program at North Carolina, teach you how to do more than just one thing. So I spent the rest of my career trying to evolve as a player, and when our team got to a point where we can contend, I had to assume the leadership role. I had to, other guys had to step forward, and then when we got to that point where we were winning, all the bases and all the foundation has been built. Now it's just a matter of, can you mentally get yourself back each time to challenge yourself, more so than the opponent, but yourself, to be that hungry each and every time you stepped on the court. That took some evolving over the course of my career. And when I got to that point, I had no doubts that I couldn't win anytime I stepped on the court, or that I couldn't inspire people to win no matter how many times I stepped on the court.
I want to ask you some true and false questions. Just three.
Just three, okay.
Just three. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever.
False.
Why?
Because I didn't play against, all the great players prior to me, and I had those other players to influence my game. It's a great honor, don't get me wrong, but I loved to play against Jerry West.